So, tell me, Beavers, if I can call you that. Do you have any? I'm guessing you don't have much names. In any case, um, as the learned colleague of myself here said, Mr. Jarvon, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, Jarvon. There is a war outside, and your prowess in knowledge is quite needed. Any tips on how we can defeat them winged cultists, seven sanctums bastards?
No.
Would
No.
any other weavers know?
Presumably.
That's unhelpful.
Could you direct us to the next weavers? Steve, for
No.
instance?
Who is Steve?
A large weaver, demon-looking, with horns. We found him in hidden caves close to Zerlun.
May I touch you?
I'm afraid you won't like what you see.
There's many things I have seen.
This will scare you.
It does sound sort of Snickers.
He pushes her hand forward.
I let her touch me.
Feel a sensation rush through you as your memories kind of play forward. Do you
Would
resist in any kind of way?
something we rebuke this?
That's why I'm asking. Would you
I wouldn't, but would something rebuke it?
you feel that nothing is? Strangely enough to you, actually. And I presume you are kind of at awe at that.
Yes.
Memories rush through and all kinds of things and your deepest desires and all that shit, you know, bullshit. She releases your grasp. For you, it felt like an hour passed, but in essence, it was just a second. He steps back, eyeing you with a tilted head without eyes, that is, and says,
Ah. Casalanda.
Oh, so that's his name. I need to note that down.
okay.
Well, now, that weaver you're speaking of, he was exiled. It's nice of you to release him.
Why was he
You're
exiled?
welcome.
He was exiled for trying many unsanctioned things.
So, in a sense, if I understand this correctly, the weavers are observers, watchers, historians.
In a sense, yes.
But Casalanta, he intervened, and for that he was exiled.
It's not in the sense that he intervened. It's more in the sense that he created something that was not supposed to exist.
Not supposed to exist. How? What? What creature?
Well, one of them sits in front of you. Beg your pardon?
What is the creature like? Pointing it at the Shana or something, or at
At
Miriam?
Almani.
Almani. Okay.
And she seems to be wide-eyed.
Well, that's very kind of you. Okay. That I'm confused.
And Almani seems to be putting her head between her arms and kind of thinking it through. He is not happy.
So, her mother was a godly thing. Her father was a wizard. And the Weaver also helped to create her? Or am I just getting completely lost?
Yes. You would be
Creep.
correct, Dragonkin.
3 parents. Unusual indeed.
Technically, there was only one parent.
The mother?
Well, hers, yes. Her brothers and sisters, on the other hand, were a bit more casual.
Traditional?
You would say that, yes.
So she has siblings.
There are 3 more Shadowmeres.
You hear that, Marnie? You have kin.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Again, have any idea as to something you can tell us as to where or how, if finding a way to defeat these creatures? Because I'm thinking you're aware of what happened last time. I mean, I had to kill my whole crew because of that goddamn plague. I'm pretty sure other people did other horrible things.
How?
Anybody else ask our questions, please? I'm baffled as to hell.
I'm taken aback, so.
I don't have any questions.
I'm away.
Can you provide us with any aid?
I have found your dice.
Oh, where are they?
Not here.
Get down.
Amazing map.
The shot just stares at this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Thank
dice, Mr. Rakshasa, are on their way to a snowy area. Cold. Quite dim in light. Held by a dead man.
What? Pain?
Who?
Yeah, man.
Was it a large man in great black armor?
No. Lord Yerman Payne is actually crossing the sea at the moment towards Gulf Amir. On the surface of the water. On the bottom of the water.
He's having a nice walk, is he?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that. He's doesn't seem to like boats. He just walks through. He'll
He
join us in about a
walks-
week.
Walks underneath water.
I forgot to say that. Yes.
So what? She said that dice are on a dead guy going to some icy dark place.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Snowy dark place.
Snowy dark place. Okay.
Yes.
Take that somewhere up north then? Or maybe somewhere higher, like a mountain.
You may rest here.
Is anything?
You may rest here. There is some food. And she points at the mushrooms on the wall. Water is provided through the there. But you will have to leave tomorrow. If you have any more questions, you may ask. It is our existence to answer.
No, I don't
Amiria's
have
been
any.
mulling it over for a while, and she asks a question. She says, "Will this generation of Shadowmeres be as potent as the originals?"
No, they were always potent. But this generation particularly continues a generation that actually was during the Chasm Wars as well. A certain woman, elven of kind.
I know the one.
A brother killer.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my hunch. So tell me, Weavers, just to confirm my hunch, is Bright the same as Shadow?
She eyes you with a tilted head again.
May I touch you?
Oh, well, if you touched everyone else in the room, you might as well.
This one walks over. Puts a hand on your nose in this one. Your memories flash forward. Do you try to resist in any kind of way?
No.
She lowers her hand. Sensation to you was an hour filled of memories, as actually was about a second or two. He steps back, eyes you, and says,
My dear Succubi, whoever you saw or address as bright is not a bright, nor it is a shadow.
This one is actually going to ask them.
Are there any identifying marks on this dead man? Did you see anything else?
kind of seems to tilt her head looking at you and says,
Dwarf. Dwarf carrying a carriage. About a
Carrying
mile
a
away,
carriage?
towing. Oh, what I mean.
Okay.
towing a carriage about a mile away from the place that I've seen. A city. A huge city of marble, steel and iron, carved into the mountain. Steam runs out from it. This close to that. I assume it is Sundabar.
Cinderbar? Okay. The Shan nods.
Thank you.
You know what Cinnabar is. Most of you know it's the city, it's the capital of the dwarves.
We got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Oh yeah, before I get, if I ever accomplish this little quest of my characters, it's going to be like 2 years from now when I get this item.
You never know.
Would you know of a fast way to get to that city?
If you had wings, it would be faster.
This one steps forward and puts a necklace on the table and steps back.
Take this for your troubles. It used to belong to the Guardian. I'm assuming he will not need it. How helpful it might be, that is completely up to you to decide.
And you get this thing. Amulet of the Shadow Dragon.
Ooh.
Fancy. Ooh.
Rare item that is used for teleportation. Think of a place you wish to go to and die at. Would not be a good idea to use alone. Bring your healthy friends along to your funeral site. Once used, will teleport the user and every companion that is marked by the amulet and wishes to join him to any place the user wishes that is not, at that moment, occupied by another and that is in sight of one of the user's companions. The user will give his life force for the magic to work. Roll a death save once teleported counts as 2 death save rolls.
You are a cruel person.
Sounds absolutely
That's a
useless.
dope item.
That is
Alright.
GTFO. Amulet.
So it's an amulet that you die from using?
You
But
might
you also
die from
teleport
using.
everyone around you to that place.
Ah, okay. Here, you may get your soul sucked out of you, but hey, you get to not have to walk somewhere for a day.
I never said it was a good item. It was used by the Shadow Dragon, soulless creature.
So if a being had no soul and used it, it would not affect them.
I assume so. Any other questions?
Not thinking of anything. Mine's
Not-
too addled.
Then I assume you should retire. Little lady, not be baffled. Your friend, the elf, speaks truth. You pick your own destiny. Even though sometimes it does rush forward towards you. You do have the choice still. With your sister.
And with that, they walk away. Right. You guys are currently in a cave with weavers.
Dank memes.
Expositional cave. Or the expo cave.
Yeah,
What do you do?
There was more story here than in the last 7 or 8 episodes, I think. Or
Yep.
sessions.
Well, you did get here with more questions. You could have got here before and then you have last question. Yeah. Well then, since all of you are either dumbstruck or really tired, I'll lay it out. From what I understand and what Almani told me here, you guys are headed towards Boulder's Gate. Am I correct?
Yes.
Alright. That's where in Gulthamir we're gonna have to pass through the Orcish lands. Out there. And maybe, in some sense, through the Eladrins. I wouldn't recommend that, though.
Do we?
Well, you don't. You can crash through the plains. It's a bit of a longer route, but you'll probably not encounter any Eladrin patrols. On the other hand,
Deshan
are no
holds
cities in the way.
the amulet on the table.
Do we really need to?
It says insight.
What? It's like you literally teleport like 100 feet?
Well, anything you can see.
Oh.
Well, I've done. You need to see the spot itself. You know, it's not like.
To any place the user wishes that is not at the moment occupied by another. Inside of the user's companions. Okay, so yeah, it's literally like a locational thing. You can move like 200 feet or something.
But probably
Okay.
more, like maybe 2-3 kilometers as well. But you need to see the place.
Ah, okay.
Not something that's like you come out, you see a mountain, and you're in the mountain.
It is little reward for risk, isn't it? I suppose it depends on what we're facing.
So this is like an item you use when you are death saving.
It's an item you should use when you're about to go down, like when you're in a fight that you can't win. You can use it to escape or something.
What?
Think back to the map for a second. As you probably should go to the map because you're gonna ask a lot of fucking questions that I don't have answers for.
Why is the sky blue?
It's the sea.
The sky is not the sea.
Exactly, but you are. My roll 20 is going insane at the moment.
Yeah, it was a bit crappy for me as well.
Reload the page. Okay,
You are the sun and the moon and the stars.
No, you're not. Okay. You are currently pretty well positioned somewhere within Golthamir, somewhere around this area. This forest. I'm actually going to do it in character in this case, why not? Mr. Raven kind of pulls a map out of his pocket and puts it on a table and points out that you are here at Golthamir. Right, so we have several ways we can go. We can either go south towards Ormoth. It's a trading town between the Orcish lands and, well, anything else on the main trade route. Yes, it is between Amn and Tarmish, so Ormoth is an option. From Ormoth, we can use the main trade route through Amn, which is controlled by the Eladrins at the moment, all the way to Baldur's Gate on the north side of it, through Candle Keep. One problem, though, is that the Eladrins that patrol the roads are not very fond of anybody that is not Eladrin or Elvish, and even less anybody who is not Elf.
I get my screw done.
They get you get aroused a lot, and they do tend to steal your things, take your money, and all kinds of stuff like that. It's very... I wouldn't recommend it, let's say this way. My company went through there once, and we had to actually kill the patrol. They wouldn't let us pass. On the other hand, we could leave here and try to find a way through the forest and through the borders at the Shining Plains. Which means we will not have a stop for quite a while now.
How long will it take?
Well, it depends on what we have. If you use the main road, it could take about a week and a half to reach Baldur's Gate. But as the main road, through the plains, we might have to navigate. It could take longer.
And going north back into Cormyr wouldn't be an option.
From what I understand, no. But We could try and go to one of the main trade routes within Cormier on the South Road, south of the Lake of Dragons. There might be a city there was not touched by the war, or a village of some sort. The Shining Plains and the Giant's Plain are filled with danger. Giant's Plain, as it says, giants. They tend to roam around the area.
So we risk pissed off elves, a longer journey, or possibly running into giants and demons.
Indeed. We could pass by as merchants through but we will be, well, tested several times. We might have to pay quite a toll.
I think we should take the Great Plains.
Well, the Shining Plains, we should have enough food with us to pass the journey, and we could always hunt and forage.
What about going north along the roads from Westgate, Eversalt, Easting and Airbor?
This is
And
also
so,
a risk.
Going north.
We could go north to Westgate and hope that it's not touched by the recent incursion into Cormier.
At least we have a place to either buy supplies or loot.
Agreed.
He has a point.
I'm for
That's a
going
point
north.
indeed. We could use Westgate, follow the trade route west, all the way to Baldur's Gate.
No, actually we would only get to Airbor where the road ends, and then we need to pass over, either going to Bear Dusk and then pass over the border to Eltergard and on the open plains towards Baldur's Gate. Or maybe going north.
The
on
road from Erebor, the trade road, goes underground.
What?
All the way to Skirnable.
There's an underground route there?
There's an
Would
underground
I know?
route. Yes. Yeah, you
Would
do
I
know that.
know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever the trade road ends on the map, it begins an underground route. A direct underground route.
Gee.
Does the one at Baldur's Gate just end at Baldur's Gate?
The one Baldur's Gate is actually a sea route. It's a river.
Ah, fair enough.
At Erebor and north at Trial, there's an underground. The road should here not end here, but end at the bridge. But apparently something is missing.
Alright.
Remember, there's a river pass. Like over at the Burlax Bridge, you follow the river towards Dragonspear Castle. Well, at this place, it's an underground one.
I'm definitely for going north then we go underground.
Oh no, actually, there's a river. Sorry, it follows the river. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, from
Underground
Erebor,
somewhere
River,
else.
Conithar to Bear Dusk and Skirnable.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It follows the river. Sorry, my bad. It's somewhere else. There's their underground route. I forgot where. Anyways, yeah. Irrelevant.
That,
So-
then, I say we go that, then Scorabell, then across the Baldur's Gate along the river.
So 2 for the northward route, if against the possible demon. I don't mind going for armed, but if any elven idiots tried to stop us, I will just remove them.
Yes, well, is, as I said, the Eladrin can be quite harassing, and if we are lucky enough, we could pass through and see 1 or 2 patrols. But once we get those Fey Walkers on our tails, I wouldn't recommend that.
Fey walkers.
So it's
Yes,
either
the
So-
elite.
so it's either Eladrin, giants, or demons. We
Pretty
fought
much.
demons before.
We have. Fine. I say we go the northern route then. Let's get
Very
this
well.
done fast.
Cal, Ameria, Art.
Yes,
I'm for going north.
I concur.
I mean, if we're lucky, they might be demons that I could convince not to attack us.
Oh, I forgot.
Ah, yeah. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
half think.
The Raven kind of looks over at Amiria. Succubi, eh?
Yep.
At least you look nice.
Thank you.
Ever met an incubi named what was his name? Flasburn?
Flasburn. Rings a bell. But I don't think I've met him directly.
Oh, he pulls out a necklace and shows you kind of a horn. Say hello.
Huh, horny devil.
Yeah, back from when I in Crimson Legion. Anyways, long story. Dead.
I gathered.
Yeah. Tried to seduce me, of all things.
Huh.
Fun
Did
fella.
he succeed?
Well, there's my sword. Right then, we agreed to go north into Westgate.
Yes.
All money. And she addresses her. She seems to be sleeping on the table. Ah, poor girl. Right. And as you decide your route, I'm guessing you guys will rest at this cave.
Yeah. Do we level
Yeah.
up?
You
I would say no.
didn't really do much
All we did was defeat
How
the
dare
monster.
you.
that will make you guys level up higher than what you are already having.
Sure.
So no. You do get a
Cool.
pretty neat amulet.
Yeah.
And you will get paid eventually.
Eventually.
He's asleep right now. This is where we're gonna end.
Great.
Woo.
A bit longer than I thought, but that's because of exposition.
Yeah, it was fun, but I have to go sleep. Bye.
Yeah, okay. Good night.